Are you stuck, perhaps feeling frustrated with your photography sales? Maybe your clients aren't buying nearly as many products as you'd like, even though the work is absolutely beautiful. Perhaps you are making this simple pricing mistake, but stay tuned, watch this video, and learn how to increase your sales averages and have happier clients. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Heather, and I'm from thebookedphotographer.com. Every single Tuesday, I put out videos like this one to help photographers book more clients and grow their photography businesses. So if you're brand new in the industry, or if you've been around for a while and you want to become fully booked, definitely hit that subscribe button below. So let me go ahead and ask you, have you ever eaten at the Cheesecake Factory? You know, their food's pretty good, but their menu is insanely long. In fact, they have over 200 options that you can choose from at your very next visit. They have pasta and sandwiches, hamburgers, steak, fish, seafood, pizza, sides, and desserts, and so many other options that you could get. Their menu can be extremely overwhelming when you're looking at it, and it can oftentimes leave you wondering what to actually get for dinner. And then when you do make a decision, you'll end up regretting it because after all, there were so many other options. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy eating at the Cheesecake Factory, and their exceptionally long menu is very, very intentional on their part, as it's part of the experience that they want their clientele to have. But have you ever noticed that the classier, higher-end restaurants have a very different experience? Their menus are smaller, much cleaner, and they have way less to choose from. The customers who go there trust the chef and typically do not question what's available. The atmosphere is also calmer, lighter, and it's way more relaxing. Now, let's go ahead and relate this to photography and your price list. Do you have a price list that resembles the Cheesecake Factory? Or does your price list reflect that of the classier, higher-end restaurant? I remember last year we took a family trip to Disney World, and before we left, I researched a lot of photographers because I wanted to hire a photographer to take my family pictures while we were vacationing. And as I was looking through dozens of photography websites, I noticed myself becoming increasingly overwhelmed with a handful of them. And it wasn't because their work wasn't good. In fact, it was beautiful work, but they had way too many options, way too many session options listed on their websites. One particular site had over 12 photography sessions and mini sessions that I could actually choose from. I remember clicking right off that website because all the choices made me feel so overwhelmed. So it's sad to say that that photographer missed out on booking a ready and willing client, me, simply because she chose to list too many options on her website. Now, are you like that in your photography business? Do you have so many different types of photography sessions and mini sessions that your clients can choose from? Or maybe your price list and your product offerings are so overwhelming and they go on for pages and pages and pages. Are you like that in your photography business? Do you have too many photography sessions and mini sessions listed on your website? Or maybe you only offer one session, but your product menu is so filled with dozens and dozens of product options that your clients can select from. You know, it's scientifically proven that when we are presented with way too many choices, it can cause anxiety. It can also lead to analysis paralysis. And even if we do make a decision, oftentimes we wonder, we question, and we even doubt if that was the right decision to make. And maybe you've noticed your clients start to feel this way. Are they taking hours on end, or maybe days or weeks to select which products they actually want? Are they changing their order because they're wondering if they made the right decision? Do you hear them say things like, wow, there are so many different options, I just don't know what to choose? Or maybe you have implemented this little strategy and you're like that classier, higher end restaurant. Perhaps your clients are coming to the ordering appointments knowing exactly which products that they want. They might even describe the ordering appointment as easy and fun and totally laid back. And that's what we want. That there is the goal. After all, we want to be like that world-renowned chef at that classier restaurant, Don't forget that you are the expert. You can guide your clients to the best products for them by having a simple, clean price menu. So you might be asking, how many options are too much? And at what point do you start to overwhelm your clients with too many choices? I personally recommend a product menu with 5 to 7 choices for your clients. And in my case, I only have 5. I have keepsake boxes, albums, storyboard collections, canvases, and digitals. That's it. And even though it might not feel like much, I have been able to generate sales in the $5,000 to $6,000 range. My clients are thrilled with the products that they purchase and oftentimes return for more sessions later on. In fact, just the other week, I had a returning client come in to pick out photos from her recent family session. We spent about 45 minutes together looking over her pictures, and she ended up choosing 4 different types of wall galleries that she wanted to have in her home, and that led to a sale in the mid $4,000 range. She was thanking me profusely by the end of the appointment because the entire process was easy for her. There was no second guessing, no analysis paralysis, and she did not feel overwhelmed. So how do you simplify your Cheesecake Factory-like product menu into a clean, high-end feel? Well, let me go ahead and share with you 2 pricing strategies that you can go ahead and use. So pricing strategy number 1 is to have the same price for all of your smaller prints. In my studio, this means that an 8x10 and smaller is $150. This means that if I have a client who wants a 4x6 or a 5x7, it is also $150, but I do not need to say that on my product menu. Those sizes can be left off so that I can keep my product menu looking clean and simple. Pricing strategy number 2 is to price all of your wall art off of size, not finish. So what does this actually mean? Let's say, for example, that you offer canvases and also metals. Maybe you like both options, so you don't want to take either one off of your product menu, and that's totally fine. You don't have to. Realize that you do not need to have a different price point for each one of those options. You can actually price according to the size that your client chooses and let them choose the actual finish that they want. So let me go ahead and walk you through an example of what that would actually look like. Let's say that your client wants to get a 20x30 piece to hang over the fireplace in her home, and that's awesome. You can charge her based on the size, that 20x30, and then she can select the finish that she wants. So in this case, she can select the canvas or the metal finish. And either option would be the same price point. So let's just say that your 20x30 is $750. Your client can choose a 20x30 canvas for $750 or a 20x30 metal for $750. Doing this will simplify your product menu, and it gives your client the opportunity to purchase the products that they truly love and not based in price. Now, obviously, when it comes to pricing your work and your particular product options, that's going to differ from photographer to photographer. Your prices should be based on your unique cost of doing business. And if you still have questions regarding prices, be sure to check out one of the videos that is next to me right now. And now I would love to hear from you. Go ahead, comment below, and tell me if you have a Cheesecake Factory price-like menu, or if yours is like that classy high-end restaurant. If your menu is looking a tad bit crowded, what can you do to simplify it? And as always, let me know you like this video by giving it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next week.